Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 230 of the High Sensitivity Podcast, and thank you for listening. If it's your first time here, we talk about video game and movie news, as well as we watched or played over the week. My name is Barry, along with my fellow Black Ops operatives.
My name is Craig, new recruit, fresh blood.
My name is also Craig. I got nothing. I was trying to think of something cool, but nothing came up. I'm sorry.
Are they two different Craigs, or are they the same Craig, same operative?
Only Woods would know.
Only Woods would know, exactly.
Only Woods would know.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
And Adler. Adler probably knows as well.
Adler probably knows as well.
But what Adler and Woods doesn't know was about the news this week.
It's true.
We
Because they're
have
back
that.
in the 90s.
Yes, we have the news.
We have the news.
And there isn't much going on. So, a lot of analysts are predicting that Black Ops 6 is going to do better in player count. We haven't seen the numbers yet, but because of the Game Pass inclusion, they're expected to lose 6 million in revenue because they won't be there because they're losing that entire fan base to the fact that it is in a subscription service now. If the numbers end up being worse than 6 million, do you think they reconsider
No.
making
No. This is their big thing, right? This is the first big gigantic reason to have Game Pass. I don't think they care how much they lose, honestly.
With how the industry is right now, though, like reporting any sort of loss
True.
is
Yes.
especially and the Xbox company may see it as a win because more people are playing or getting Xboxes, but the fact that
Activision, Blizzard.
yeah, the fact that their big bosses may not care.
Mhm.
They're gonna be like, wait, we acquired Call of Duty and lost money year over year, like that. No, kind of deal.
I think they're counting on people keeping Game Pass, right?
Yeah,
Because you're gonna play
Right.
Call of Duty more than a month, I would imagine.
yeah.
So
That
if
is
they're
true.
getting a bunch of subscribers, plus I don't know if you saw, but they got rid of that $1 deal for new subscribers like a couple weeks
Yeah, they
ago,
did.
right
Yeah.
before Call of Duty came out. So
Smart on them.
yeah, it is. So I don't know. I guess I would like to see 6 months from now, how many people who signed up for Call of Duty are still Game Pass subscribers. That would be interesting to me.
Yeah, I would want to see that record keeping too regarding that.
Yeah.
And you're right. I don't know how long I'm going to play Call of Duty, but it's probably going to be hardcore or whatever hardcore is a month, but
Mhm.
you do have that base drop off after that time frame.
Yep.
So
Next up is Yuka Replaylay.
Sure.
Was announced. It is a HD remake of Yuka
Ukulele?
Ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
But the interesting thing is that it says it's available on all platforms and Nintendo Switch platforms. Not Switch 2, Nintendo platforms. So we're starting to, this is kind of the first, and I shouldn't say the first, but it is really we're actually seeing, oh wait, there's somebody who recognizes more than one Switch system kind of deal there. So, however it decides to play, I'm glad that this game is getting an HD remaster. It's a really fun platformer by the makers of Banjo-Kazooie. So if you haven't already tried it, it's just a reason to play it.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
It's a fun game. I like it a lot.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown team gets disbanded despite being critically acclaimed. Did not meet sales expectations. Just again, where and it seems that way with a lot of Ubisoft stuff lately.
Right.
Is I just don't know, what are these people's sales expectations for these games? Like, it must be some outrageous number where they're looking at, okay, this game should sell more than what we expected to, and if it doesn't make it, it fails. And I do get side-scrolling games are not everyone's cup of tea, but Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is a fantastic game. It was critically acclaimed by many people, and it's just another. I kind of feel like it's a Tango Gameworks again, where Hi-Fi Rush was pretty critically acclaimed, and then that team got disbanded because not because really of sales, but because sometimes Xbox sucks and Microsoft, I should say, sucks. But now we have Ubisoft kind of doing the same thing with like their critically acclaimed game. That team is getting disbanded and moved on. I'm waiting to hear more from the Star Wars Outlaws and to hear that like that didn't
Right.
make sales or something like that. Because I don't see anybody playing that.
Nope.
No. Barry, you mind if I jump in because I had a story in
Yeah.
relation to that. Not only did that happen, but I have like one and a half things. So the director of publishing of Baldur's Gate 3, my half thing is that anything that anybody says who's on that team from Baldur's Gate is like law. There are still multiple stories that we are seeing long after the game is released of they're a very vocal team. And the director of publishing said, and I quote, "The hardest thing is to make an 85 plus game. It's much, much easier to release one." And I thought that was a very powerful statement to say, in reference to it, because of, I mean, obviously not how much was put into the Baldur's Gate game, but also that he was really critical of just how the release of Prince of Persia was. Like, it took them like 7 or 8 months to put it on Steam, which would expand your fan base there, and it just was like it wasn't the best rollout of that game. So I don't know. It's sad to see.
Yeah, and on top of that too, like the Ubisoft launcher sucks. Like I don't really know how people don't have it already down. Like, yeah, we need to have the game released day in, day out on Steam. Like that doesn't hurt you in any way. The only thing you're trying to do is get people to download your launcher, and that's the thing with PC. Is the main complaint that I always hear is there was way too many game launchers, whether it's with GOG, Epic, Steam, the Ubisoft launcher, the Blizzard launcher. Like it's just all of these apps that you have to download to get to the games that you want to play. And it's all for selfish reasons, so that way, people open up your launcher and then go to your platform to get to play your game. It's not smart in my eyes, and it's only the self-destruction of what ended up happening with that game. So.
Yeah, and you make a good point there. Like, we want to consolidate all type of media, and that includes the launchers of said media. I mean, it's bad enough we go on our television and we have to switch from Peacock to HBO Max to Prime to Netflix. It's a bad or a good problem to have, but like still quite annoying. So you bring up a good point there, especially if your launcher sucks, like it's buggy or just closes out of nowhere. So
yeah. Lastly, on my end, we have the Monster Hunter Wild Beta is going to be coming out as of listening. It'll be out on PlayStation already, and then October 31st for other consoles. I will be definitely looking to play this beta. I'm not sure if you guys will be looking to try it either, but I will probably try it on PlayStation and just see how it goes. Monster Hunter fans finally get to eat.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna dabble in that too. I always miss betas. I don't know if I want to miss this one because I'm pretty excited for this game. I already have it pre-ordered, so I think I was texting you guys about it.
Yep.
I already have it pre-ordered, so.
Already? When does it come out?
February.
Next year. Okay.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I guess so. If you say so.
I had Metaphor pre-ordered in May, and that game came out like 6 months later. So.
True. That's true. All right. I have 2, and then we can loop back around to me because I got another quiz for you guys. First story is what you could label as old man yelling at the sky, and I am the old man yelling at the sky. But the latest PS5 update, the resume activity is gone, and I'm pretty upset about it. I don't know if you guys do the same thing I do, but like when I play anything on my PS5, I just put it into rest mode. That way, when I want to play again, I just turn it on, hit resume activity, and 15 seconds later, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima or whatever again, or Silent Hill. I know it's like a minor thing to be annoyed by, but dang it, I'm super annoyed by it. Have you guys noticed?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
It
is what it is. I don't know.
So it doesn't bother you as much?
I guess it doesn't bother me really as much, but I can see why it definitely bothers like some people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
quick resume on Xbox is a good feature.
It is.
yeah, it is. But like, do you notice that it does it feel more synchronized with quick resume on Xbox versus like resume or activity in PlayStation? Is it just
I
me?
always thought Sony was better
Okay.
personally. And again, it comes down to the game. Like Ghost of Tsushima, for instance, like even though I can't just turn it on and go right back to it, when I turn my PlayStation on and I hit like that game, it goes like less than 5 seconds. It's at the title screen. Less than 5 seconds, I'm loaded back into my game. So that one it doesn't
Mhm.
matter. But some games it does. Um, but I've always found resume activity to be better than Xbox personally.
Hmm.
But that's just me. The other one I have, the second one, I guess is more sad for me, but the art director for Guerrilla Studios says that they're done. They've been done with Killzone and they prefer Horizon. That made me
That
shed
makes
a
me
little.
sad.
I shed a
Yeah, it
little
makes me
tear
sad too.
because Killzone was such a fun series. I know it's just at the end of the day, it's just another first-person shooter, whatever. But like they were so interesting all the way back to the very first one on PlayStation 2. Remember playing that game and the opening intro was like mind blowing at the time.
Right.
I don't know. I just got a little sad about that. They're like, nah, we don't care. We like Horizon. I'm like, I think I'd rather play Killzone, honestly,
I
personally.
can't tell you how many hours I put into Killzone like Shadow War, and it was like, or something,
Mm,
or it was the Killzone 3, and I used the PlayStation Move gun controller. I was
Yeah.
a menace on that.
Yep.
It was fun.
That was so
Fun,
fun,
yeah, fun little gaming gimmicks.
man. So I guess pour one out for Killzone. Maybe one day we'll get a remaster collection of like 1 through 3. That would be pretty sweet. But no new ones. Doesn't seem like. I'll throw it
that's
to you.
unfortunate. I only got one additional story before we can loop back to your
Mhm.
quiz for us. So former Bethesda designer Bruce Nesmith, he said a potential Starfield sequel it would be one hell of a game. I thought you guys would get a kick out of this.
No, it
Uh,
wouldn't.
No.
No, it would not.
Not only that, he said number one that a potential Starfield sequel would be one hell of a game thanks to the developer learning from the mistakes of this Starfield. But he compared this entry to the first entry of not just Assassin's Creed, but Mass Effect as well,
No, stop it.
and how those particular first installments were not well received, and the sequel really built off of it. While that is arguably, depending on who you talk to, true, most
Sure.
people you talk to would say yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Do not compare Starfield and its to Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
and Mass Effect when referring this early in Starfield's career, when referring to a series taking a substantial leap in their
Yeah,
sophomore game.
yeah.
Like, don't do that. Like, so I particularly, especially because I'm looking and on my screen, Barry's to my left. So we got Assassin's Creed to my left with Barry, and we got Mass Effect to my
Yep.
right
Yep.
with Craig. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that because no to those things, good sir. Maybe they will learn. They haven't learned in their DLC. They actually released something that was what arguably worse or additional thing that didn't add anything to the game
A
really.
lot of
Maybe
people were upset. Yeah.
Yeah.
so. I don't think they're learning at all already. So, but yeah, he weighed in on that and said that, and it's out there on the internet. So I thought I'd share.
I mean, the first Mass Effect was not received very well. I remember. But
Yeah, I do remember that as well. But like, I don't know. It feels weird for Assassin's Creed because I liked one.
it
I
was
thought
received
one was
well.
I thought one was grounded very well,
Mm-hmm.
and Mass Effect was almost this like a very indie game in a way. I don't
Right.
remember many people excited for Mass Effect ever, and I didn't play that game till much later
Hmm.
after its release. But Starfield is different because of the hype that Microsoft
Right.
gave it and the push it got from advertising. It's one of those things where it's harder to compare the two because in a way Starfield was still supposed to be so much bigger than both those games.
And here's the difference too. Like, and you're right, Barry. To build off that point, Starfield was announced as something that was supposed to redefine certain mechanics of gaming, and it hasn't. Whereas Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect laid the groundwork for future games to succeed in the way those games succeeded. Assassin's Creed, new take on stealth, different take on stealth, and various other elements incorporating that. And Mass Effect, I don't know if you can write a better story over a trilogy time than what that series did. So regardless of whether, and you're right, I think Assassin's Creed was well received, but in terms of Mass Effect, it wasn't well received in the beginning. But if you're talking about setting a story foundational step for a fantastic over time, like integrated story, Starfield's not doing any of these things. They're not reinventing really anything except how to make, I don't know, space games poorly. So,
Yeah. I don't think
I don't
it's gonna. I don't think you're gonna look back on a Starfield if they make a trilogy like you look back on a Mass Effect trilogy. I don't think
Yeah.
they compare at all, unless they just figure out a way in the second one to just absolutely blow our minds.
yeah, think about the excitement of purchase too.
Yeah.
Like after playing Assassin's Creed, you know, you would be excited to purchase the next one. Same thing with Mass Effect, if anything for the story.
Yeah.
To continue what you were, I don't know. I'm not
Sure.
excited to buy Starfield 2, and I told you guys I think last week or the week before sometime how many hours I put into that, and it's not
More
exciting.
than me. I played like 2 hours.
Yeah, and I didn't
That's
play
about
very
it.
much of it either.
Yeah.
Yuck.
All right. So you guys redeemed yourselves pretty well last week with your video game theme song knowledge. So
Oh God.
we're gonna change it up. What I have for you today is video game sound effects.
Okay.
Okay, I like
I
this.
feel like
I
you
like
guys
this.
can get these pretty well. We're gonna start off simpler and work our way up to harder as we go here. But yeah, let's see how you do. I feel like
Okay.
you guys should be able to hit most of these,
Uh-oh.
honestly. All right, here we go. First one. Are you ready? Hold on.
Mhm.
Fatality.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Thank you. You guys did good. All right. I'll give you the whole thing if you want.
Fatality.
Do you want us to name the fatality? That's what.
Yes. Here you go.
Oh,
Pac-Man.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. See, you guys are doing all right.
To be fair, that took me a little longer than I thought.
I mean, that's
you know,
old. Here you go.
Mario.
Super Mario.
Okay. All right. Did you get that
There's
one?
one. Wait, can you play it again?
I'll play it
I
again.
thought that was
Here you
like
go.
the intro.
Nope.
Call of Duty. Modern
Yeah.
Warfare.
Modern Warfare
Mm.
2, actually. But yes, I will.
Oh,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
Which one?
That's San Andreas.
Okay. Good job. I'm proud of you for getting San Andreas. That's an
Whew.
iconic one, though. You know what I mean?
That is iconic.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've heard that song.
Yep.
Pentakill.
about that?
Overwatch.
Is
No,
it
League
over?
of Legends. Sorry, League of
League
Legends.
of Legends.
Thank
Yep.
you.
There you go.
For a pentakill. We're in Sweden.
Yeah, that's
Pentakill.
Good job. I wasn't sure if you were going to get that one.
no. I got that one. I remember that clip. Pokemon Evolution.
Oh, yeah, Pokemon.
See,
Yeah,
you guys haven't
Barry.
missed one yet. I'm
I
proud of
love
you.
it.
I'm locked in
No,
today.
You are. All right. Well done. You had that one just like immediately. All right.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get a little bit harder.
That sounds like from Ruby and Sapphire. If I had to guess.
All right. I think it was actually.
Oh my God.
How about that?
I know. No, I know this one.
Oh.
Fortnite.
Fortnite?
That is Fortnite, isn't it?
It is
Wait.
Fortnite. It's absolutely Fortnite.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, Barry. Barry's on a roll again. Here we go.
He is.
What's that one?
Oh, shit. I know
It
this. Dang
it's not coming
it.
to me, Barry. I'm riding on you on this one.
No, I know this. I've played this game.
I feel like it's right there too.
It is.
Let me
You're
see if
gonna
I can.
say it.
The
And I'm
sound's
gonna be
not
so
unfamiliar to
upset.
me,
I'm
but
gonna
I
be
can't even
so
narrow it down.
upset.
Here. I'll give you this. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I got to go forward a little bit. I was trying to give you more context instead of just like the quick. You know what I mean?
No, but
Um,
I should know this.
All right, here's more context. What you got?
I'm
Barry's gonna be upset.
so upset. Yeah, I have to know this. Mer. I've
Is it
heard it so many times. I'm just.
The whole world is relying on Barry for this one.
I'm so mad at myself too. I should know this.
It's funny you can hear something like over and over and just not be able to. You know what I mean when you hear it separately. The entirety of the internet when they listen to this are going to be yelling. Be like, it's this. Barry doesn't want to give up either.
No, because I should know this, but this is bad podcasting. It's just silence, and I'm just thinking.
He's trying.
Let's see here.
Do you want to wager a guess?
My problem is like I should know this, and I just can't bring up anything. That noise is when you guess something wrong. It's it's the bad noise. And
Okay. Is it Mario Party? No.
It is not Mario Party.
No, it's not Mario Party. I'm gonna be so upset that I cannot remember. But go ahead, Craig.
It's Among Us.
Yeah, that's that's the Among Us thing.
Yep, it's when you hit the button.
Yeah, it's the emergency meeting.
Yep.
Oh, that's
All
the.
right.
Oh man.
No, it's all over. I'm
right, here we go.
shook.
Here it comes. Do we have this one?
Is that? I should know this one too.
You should.
Is it a Final Fantasy noise?
No, it's like Age of Empires.
Age of Empires.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Age
nice,
of Empires 2. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's a
wow.
childhood.
Okay.
How about this one? Hold on.
Bastion ult, Overwatch.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that is.
Yep. Were you a Bastion main?
No, I just remember hearing it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I should know this one too.
He's saying that a lot.
Yeah, because I know
Is
these
that
sounds.
Pikmin? No,
No,
It is not.
No, it's not.
Barry, you probably shouldn't know this one, in all honesty.
I shouldn't, but I
don't
do.
think so. I don't think so. You might know it from other games, but not the original. That is. Do you have any guesses?
No,
I
do not.
I was going to say you might be giving us a clue with like a Smash reference if you heard it in other games.
That is a Final Fantasy VII Chocobo.
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
why it's familiar.
Yeah.
Is because that is why I should have had that one. should known all of these so far.
You've been doing pretty well. What this one?
That's not like a Call of Duty M1 Grenard, is it, from World at War? I know it's very specific.
It is not. There you go. There was your full context.
It's a gun of some sort.
It's not a gun.
It's not really.
Nope.
Is it like a sword?
Sort of.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
It is a sharp object, yes.
It is. It is a gun blade.
It's not a gun blade.
Is it a gun blade?
We were just talking about it. Like right before we did this.
We were just talking. You mean like before the podcast, or just
No,
with the
no.
game? I
Like
don't
we
know.
were
It
just
was a-
talking about this right before I started this quiz for you.
Interesting.
All right. So wait, was that before Starfield? That doesn't sound like a Starfield noise.
It's not Starfield, but it was related to that story.
So then
Oh,
that
Assassin's
would be.
Creed.
Yep.
Oh, is that the hidden blade sound
That's the
effect?
hidden blade. Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. All right.
No, I got nothing on this
Is
one.
Got
that-
nothing.
It sounds a little Silent Hilly, kind of.
Silent Hill has the tornado horn or the fog horn. or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Nothing. I'll give you the full context. Nothing.
Isn't there like one game where it's like a light that gets shined on people? I don't know. I feel like this game was like a subtle reference or something from Astrobot. Like I feel like there was an Astrobot reference from this game. No.
I don't think so.
Okay. No, I got no
RPG.
clue.
It's an RPG.
Uh,
I don't know how much I didn't play this RPG much, but it's one of the most popular ones.
Is it Chrono Trigger?
Nope.
Is that a Chrono Trigger sound?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Barry's got nothing. It's fair. That's Skyrim. That's when you're
Okay,
picking up
no.
like the plants. I didn't play a lot of
Yeah,
No,
Skyrim, so I wouldn't know.
yeah,
that one.
neither did I. I
Yep.
did guess Skyrim, I think, earlier, but
All
It's
right.
been like
Now we're
10
gonna
years
get
since I played it.
a little bit harder. Final set here.
final level. Is that like Last of Us?
Last
It's
of
a
Us.
door opening. It's a door
yeah.
opening, closing, and I feel like I've.
You're guessing
Res-
Last of Us.
I'm gonna guess like Resident Evil 1.
Nope. Nothing.
Okay. No.
Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, that is
Ah,
the door.
Opening your
Yeah, that is
yep,
the
opening
door.
the door.
It's been a while since I played Minecraft.
I haven't played 1 second of that game, unfortunately.
That one.
That was like a deep. Almost sounds like a shutdown noise. It's either a shutdown or
Hmm.
some sort of monster.
Yeah.
We started
that-
out so well, and now it's.
Yeah.
Well, it gets harder as you go along here. So I don't know. This one I don't think you guys are gonna get. I just don't see it. None of us
Yeah, I
really
get-
played this game, so
I give up.
that's World of Warcraft.
Okay, yeah,
Mm.
no, we weren't getting that. Nope.
Nope.
Don't feel bad.
Nope. Don't.
It sounds like an M16
Yeah.
from Call of
Sounds
Duty.
like an M16.
I mean,
background noise.
I was gonna say Call of Duty's a great guess because that's exact. It sounds like that.
But is it like Battlefield?
Nope. It's not Call of Duty either. 3 rounds. That's a 3-round burst.
It's a 3-round burst.
Yep.
Mhm.
but
Is
it's
it?
not
Oh,
Call
is
of
it?
Duty.
Is it? Oh my God! What's the game you two play?
Overwatch. No, sorry, Apex Legends. I think
Is it
you're right.
Apex?
Apex. It is not.
Oh,
not
really?
Apex.
It is a
Okay.
futuristic shooter, though.
All right, so then we're looking at Cyberpunk,
Not Cyberpunk. First person. shooter.
Crisis.
Nope. Think about iconic 3-round burst weapons.
Oh, Halo.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Halo.
Good job.
Nice. We got there. Barry, this one's for you. If anybody's gonna get it, it's Barry, and I feel like you should get it.
You know, I'm doing like left field here. It almost sounds like somebody's hopping on like a jet ski. Like it sounds like it's hitting water. Like if you're on a jet ski, like doing jumps.
Okay.
I was gonna say Jet Moto before you said Barry. Before you
It's
said
not
Barry,
Jet Moto.
All right, so it's got to be some sort of.
Is it
FIFA?
It's FIFA.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
FIFA.
Barry knows
A
all
little
about
bit.
this sound.
Yeah. Took me a little bit, but I got
You
it.
got there. There you
I
go.
had to hear the crowd noise. I was
Yep.
like, wait, is this some JRPG?
Told you these last ones are tough.
Is that like Rocket League?
Guessing
That
Rocket
was a
League.
good, I mean, that was a good guess. Can you play it again?
Yep.
I mean, it sounds like some stadium type crowd after somebody either gets hit or hits the object or something like that. That's
Believe
what
it or
sounds
not,
like.
it is not. It's from an RPG. It's a level up in an RPG.
That is not Fire Emblem, so I don't feel bad about that
It's
one.
not
That is-
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it is.
And it's
not
not, and
Fire Emblem.
it's not Kingdom Hearts either.
No, it's not.
No,
Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts.
I know that one.
level
Let's
up.
see here. A level up sound. It's not a Final Fantasy one.
Nope.
It almost sounds kind of robotic in a way. Is it a Futury level up sound? Like, is it from a game?
Nope.
Okay, darn.
Yeah, this one does not match like
Okay,
time period.
it feels almost robotic. I almost
does.
like. I almost want to say it's like what's that old GameCube game, like Megalobox or something like that.
It is
talk
not
about
that.
talk about a throwback.
Yep.
No, I don't got it.
Right. Witcher
No.
3.
Witcher 3. Okay, no, yeah,
Mhm.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yep. Doesn't match.
Zelda.
Zelda.
Well
You're just gonna
done.
throw that one
Thank
in there
God,
and make a
all
skill.
right. Yeah, thank God. Thank God we got that one.
Craig, there were two I was waiting for that didn't show up. One of them was like just the Metal Gear Solid exclamation
Yeah.
point. And the other one is I was waiting for like some type of Crash Bandicoot. That game is full of iconic noises.
It is. Last one.
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't done. Sorry.
You have to know this. I know this, but you may not.
Wait. I got a couple of things in my head, man, and they're
Okay.
It's not. Sorry, it reminded me of some crazy portion of the baby level of Resident Evil 8.
It
It's
is
not
not. It's not.
that.
I've heard this
It-
somewhere before.
It does sound like it comes in a horror game, though.
It's not.
It's not.
No,
It's an
no,
older
I've
game.
I've heard this sound effect before.
Yep.
Okay, the only other. It sounds like also Dead or Alive. It sounds like any girl in Dead or Alive.
That's
That
funny. It
that
is
they
not
made.
that.
It's a voice recording, and then the transmission goes out at the end. No. I know you're gonna say it, and I know, and
You
I
may
should
not
know.
though, because you may not have played as much as I do. That is the guests from Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
it. Yep.
And the little walkie-talkie sound at the end is when a ride breaks down.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm talk about another core memory unlock
Yeah.
that you just brought up.
There we go.
Right.
You guys did pretty good, honestly. There's some tough ones in there in games that none of us really play, so I don't fault you for missing those. But the ones you should have got, you mostly got, except for the Halo one.
Yeah. the
Right.
Halo one,
We
a bit
needed
more
like
help on.
context and all that. Yeah.
Mhm. Good job.
All
Thanks.
right.
Barry, way to carry that before we move on to the next segment.
I got the easy ones. That's what I was supposed to get. Let's go ahead into the games this week, which should also be pretty easy to guess. Black Ops 6 and Sonic and Shadows Generations is what
Okay.
is what I played.
Call of Duty. I finished the Quiet Place game. I roped my family into playing some Mario Party Jamboree,
Nice.
Yeah.
and then I played through the Alan Wake DLC, The Lake House.
Ooh.
All right. Nothing new for me. I'm still trying to power through Metaphor and get that done. The story
Okay.
is definitely very engrossing at the point that I'm at, but it was Call of Duty for me as well.
All
Okay.
right then. So I will talk about the most kid-friendly game first. Then I guess is what we'll do, and that's
Sure.
either Mario Party or Shadow. Mario Party a bit more, yeah, because Shadow had guns. So
Shadow
Mario
has, yeah,
Party,
Right.
yeah,
assault rifles.
yeah. But Mario Party,
yes.
how is it?
I mean, I'm not the hugest Mario Party fan, but we've been having a good time. I forgot how like it can ruin friendships, Mario Party.
Oh
Yeah,
my god!
yeah.
Immediately.
And I think that's probably where the most fun is. And when you win, or when you think you're gonna win, and then they give out the random stars at the end, it's just the most heartbreaking thing. But
Hate that.
there's a lot to do in here. I was surprised. Like, we stuck to mainly just the like your standard Mario Party, but they have like rhythm games. They have a whole bunch of different sections you can do, challenge areas. There's a lot they threw in here that if you really are like a gigantic Mario Party fanatic, you could get hours and hours of time out of this. But for us, like in this household, we just stick to the regular Mario Party, and we've been having a blast. So I think it's a
Yeah,
good addition.
Yeah,
Nice.
the what is it? The boards this time are much more well thought out. I like
Yeah.
that they're
Yeah.
new.
Yeah, there's multiple
It's
mechanics in each one. It's like
The
that's I've been hearing
shopping
some good
center
things.
one is a
yeah,
favorite of ours.
the shopping
Yeah.
center one is good. I
Yep.
like that one.
But yeah, so I mean, I think it's a great game. I just playing them by yourself, I've never found to be fun.
Yeah.
Personally,
fair.
I know a lot of people do play it by themselves, but like as long as you got like 2 or 3, 4 people, man, it's a great thing to whip out at a party if that's still a thing. Do people still do parties? I don't do parties.
It's been a while for me, but
Yeah,
Same.
I do. I would.
whip out that like 30
Yeah,
turn
whip out the Mario
party.
Party. Yeah.
Right.
The 50
5
Hey
turn
hour,
Mario
guys.
Party.
5-hour extravaganza.
Yep.
Hey guys, the fun is here. Yeah.
But I think it's worth the money for sure. There's enough in there that I think it's worth the 60.
It looks good too.
Mhm.
It does look
On
good.
top of that. And then I'll talk about the next step up, which will be Sonic X Shadow Generations. What I did not realize is that this is kind of the Sonic Generations part is just a remake of the Sonic the Generations that came out a couple years ago, which I never played.
Mm,
So
okay.
I was definitely interested in that. I self-admittedly suck at Sonic games. There's this kind of fast reaction Twitch movement that I do not have, but I kind of want to go on record saying this is probably one of the best values that you can get in games. Like it
Okay.
is the Shadow Generations part, which is what I primarily played, is almost enough to be its own game, and then you get the Sonic Generations part as well.
Hmm.
It is such a fun like time just to get to play with, it's always Sonic or Tails or Knuckles, and as we continue to go further into the Sonic games, they introduce new characters. You get to play a little bit of them, but not a lot. But
Hmm.
this is a nice way to get Shadow's story out there with Maria and the grandfather of Dr. Robotnik. And then on top of that, the movie coming out later this year. It's kind of all like a perfect storm, I kind of want to say. And
Yeah.
the levels in Shadow's like worlds are just so much fun. Like the way you can traverse and get around are really next level.
Nice.
I want to continue playing this game and like try to get better at Sonic games, just in general. But there is a satisfaction of going fast and
Right.
really trying to like time out the button presses and getting the optimum routes and getting that S rank. I can kind of see why this is such a popular formula for it, where we're getting remakes on levels from Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, which is, that's my childhood Sonic games. And the
Right.
fact that Shadow is pretty much exclusively in that vein, he does have some 2D levels anyway still, just means that it's really, I really enjoy that on top of it.
Nice.
So
It's a
it's
good
worth
game.
it.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shadow of a doubt, right?
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
God.
Had to bring it in. It's been a while. Been a while for Craig. He still got it. Still got the fastball right down
Still
the middle.
got it.
Does.
You hear that, Mom?
He doesn't even need the slow pitch. He'll hit anything.
Yeah.
Right.
He's always ready.
Always
Yep.
ready.
He's hitting schlong dongers out of the park with that one.
There
I
it
was
is.
hoping. I was
Yeah.
hoping that
Yep.
was the transition.
Well done. Well done.
We ready to? Well, no. You said you have the Quiet Place still. Before we get to the.
I mean, I said a bunch about it last week, but like I did finish it probably about 5 hours to beat. I know it's not I think it's like $39.99.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it's done very well. It knows what it is. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Very Alien Isolation with added things to up the ante. I will say the only downfall I would give it is the very last area of the game. You're trying to get to a boat. If you've seen the newest movie that came out this year, they all go on a boat at the end because they find out that the aliens can't swim. So that's what you're doing at the end. There's one boat left. You have to sneak
That is
around.
always how you defeat the aliens.
Correct.
I
Go to
don't
the
know why
water.
we didn't think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why
Yep.
we didn't think of this before.
So that's like the big climactic ending of the game. And as it would so happen, that is the only time in the game that the alien decided to get stuck. So I literally could just run around the end and just complete everything I need to do with no fear of being caught. I could have
Oh, he like glitched out.
Yeah, he glitched out, and like I could have reloaded the checkpoint and done it that way, but I just thought it was so hilarious that it was the very last section, and he was just stuck. And I was just running back and forth by him, collecting things. I'm like, sorry, see ya. It was pretty funny, but other than that, like I think that happened to me when I played Alien Isolation as well, and it's gonna happen when you have, this monster that has its own AI following you around. It's just going to happen at sometimes. But overall, I think it's definitely worth playing for sure. Especially if it goes on sale anymore. If it's like $20, I would grab that up in a heartbeat for sure.
Got it.
And then is it just Call of Duty then, or did you have one more?
There's an Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, that's right.
The Lake House.
How is it?
It's short.
Yeah.
I will say that it's probably like 2 hours, maybe. It basically is just serving as a like, hey, Control 2's coming, pretty much.
Okay.
Which is totally fine. It has a little bit back to its roots with like the flash on your screen jump scare. It loves to do that again.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, at the heart, like you go into the lake house. It's a just like the building from Control. It's kind of like that, but there's levels, and you keep going lower in the elevator. It has to do with, they have a bunch of typewriters, and they're trying to write like Alan Wake does to make things happen without needing Alan Wake. And they also have somebody down there who's making paintings that are coming to life. So that I think is the highlight. Like you're going down these levels. The first level you get to, there's these monsters that come out of the paintings on the walls, and you don't have a weapon to kill them right away. So you literally have to like run around them and collect things while you're just trying to like dodge and avoid them. But I think it's done well. It's for sure. It's just very, very short. I was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for Control 2 now. If you want to go ahead and work on that,
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you combine all the DLC they've done, that's a decent amount of extra stuff they're giving you.
Right.
Yeah, and I will say too, from a correction of last week's podcast, this is the last DLC that they are doing. I thought it was a 3-parter, but it is just a 2.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's that, and then the previous one that Barry you played as well.
Yeah.
Right? Are you gonna play the Lake House?
I do. Yeah, I will.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, definitely check it out. I think it's worth it. Just short.
And then Blops. Blops 6.
Blops. I love calling it
Blopsy.
Blops.
Play some Blops.
Let's see here. The way Call of Duty does things now, it almost feels like you need to separate the 3 different types of game modes, just because of how Call of Duty now promotes so much of their multiplayer in its own thing. many reviews are giving this game one of the better campaigns that we've seen in a while.
Yep.
I can agree to that.
Yep.
This campaign is a lot of fun. It's very actiony, spy, thriller type stuff, and you get that in the first mission when you're assassinating people. And I never felt kind of the freedom to approach missions how I want to in most Call of Duty games. This one, like, it does. Like, they tell you to access a warehouse, and you can do kind of what you want with walking around, going in unarmed, and giving you a ton of different approaches to how you want to play, which I just think is cooler than what we've seen in other games. And it's just nice that they didn't butcher this one. Like
Right.
It's like
Modern
Hitman.
Warfare, yeah, Modern Warfare 3's like call campaign almost took it all out. I almost think that when they do another Call of Duty, which I hopefully they do another Modern Warfare, they just go, yeah, forget that we did this Warzone campaign because it sucked.
Right.
Let's give you something that's actually worth your time. And so far, I can say the campaign is.
Yeah, I don't know how many missions you've done. I haven't beaten it yet. I enjoy going back to the central hub, the house, and like
Yeah.
you're collecting money in the campaign, and then you can buy upgrades for your house, and then buy upgrades for your character, so you can like reload faster, have more armor plates. I do think the farther you get along in the campaign, they're trying different things, and I was like you said, like the second mission, I believe, is the one where it's kind of like do whatever you want, just complete this objective.
Yeah.
As you go along, there is a mission that I did yesterday that was very like I started the mission and I went, oh crap, here's the big open map that we
Okay.
saw in Modern Warfare, and I went, oh boy, here we go. But they do it better because they're literally like, okay, you have to go destroy these 3 targets. Here's the map. Here's the central location in the center of the map. You can fast travel back to it whenever you want. If you like your car blows up or you just want to go back, you can and grab another car. And then they have little side things you can do, which are like rescuing people, getting drop shipments, like all that stuff. So they do a better job than Modern Warfare did. And then the
Yeah.
one I was in the middle of that I have not finished yet is literally like it's right after that. And you go in and you're like, oh, that's just another normal mission. And then it turns into a zombie mission, which I think is cool. So like they're trying a little bit of everything in the campaign to like
Right.
it's for sure it's there to get you to be like, hey, this is what zombies is like, try this out, you know. And I appreciate that. It's definitely much better.
Right. I haven't touched the campaign at all. I've specifically done zombies and a little bit of multiplayer. To be honest with you,
I haven't
guys.
done
I'll
any zombies, so please tell me why I
Yeah,
should play
yeah.
zombies.
Zombies is pretty fun. It is challenging as well. I'm so far removed from the last time that I've played zombies that this almost feels like a fresh experience, so it's great. Currently there's only 2 maps, but it throws you right in there at the start where you have, just a perpetual amount of zombies coming out. It's separated into rounds. The rounds are clearly dictated. Like I think it's on like the top right corner or whatever, so you could see which one you're doing. And there's a variety of different zombies that eventually come out. You start with your standard ones, but they also have kind of like these spider-looking things that come out as well. And the round clearly dictates when there's those rounds. If you're squeamish to any type of multi-legged creature, so like my wife is, so like she hates when we get to that particular part. But they do progressively get harder. And one thing that I found interesting is that multiplayer and I don't know if this happened last time, I don't remember, so correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, but you level up, like your guns level up with zombies and multiplayer. I couldn't remember if that was a feature from last time. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
There's
Because
different camos for zombie as well that you can get.
There is. Yeah. There is. Yeah. So they incorporated some pretty cool futuristic weapons in here. There's one that's almost like a vacuum that allows you to suck up the zombies and spit them out, which is great when you get, because so the map's pretty large, and you get dropped in, and you have to use the money to unlock portions of the map, unlock doors, which create the escape routes, but also allow you to get to places where you can make your guns better and such like that. Like in the one map that we just seem to get, we've done about probably 6 to 8 rounds of this, and we get this map every time. But there's like a church at the top, and then that's where you can upgrade your guns to 3 maximum. And you need it because eventually the zombies do, like, whatever gun you start with can't do anything with them. So
Mhm.
I don't know if this is a standard practice, but my wife and I and our friends who have been playing with us, we've just found a way to survive by just circling the map.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so we do
the
that. Yeah.
escape route.
Yeah. So we do that, and then that way the zombies don't cluster up enough. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I
But
would agree.
what I am worried about is how many maps eventually are going to be dropped for this, because I could see this map getting tiresome, especially if that's a mode like myself that you've been like solely doing
Mhm.
for a long period of time. Barry, I don't know. What do you think?
I think zombies is fun. I like that we're going back to round based. I will admit, like and it's going to be really hard to ever get back to what we had with zombies. With those old maps that I think everybody holds in such high regard.
Mhm.
Because now it's more about being bigger, being able to go around, see new things, do these secret missions a lot of the times as well. And I think it's a nice return just because zombies and Warzone did not like really mix as well as I had hoped. Just because I liked the idea, but just in the end, it was more or less just an extraction. Okay, you extracted, you survived the zombies. Now go back in and all that kind of fun stuff. It just wasn't for me. So I like that we're back to round based. I like I also kind of like there's a sense of I'm just trying to think of the word right now. A sense of
Fear?
urgency and fear.
Yes.
Because Warzone is just a matter of, oh wait, I'm getting overrun, let me run away. And
Mhm.
Right.
then get into the helicopter and fly away. This is now, okay, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in here with them. Kind of deal.
Yeah, and I recommend anybody, if you're having a bad day, let's say multiplayer or Warzone, jump into zombies because it is satisfying. The killing is satisfying. I don't want to sound like
Yeah.
a weirdo, but the killing
Mhm.
is quite satisfying.
Yeah, you sound
And
like a serial killer.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a certain aspect to running away, getting a good headshot on a zombie that may have gotten you, and like just juking a little bit, putting a little Saquon on a couple of zombies, and then killing a couple more. I don't know. It's a satisfying feeling. So I don't. I recommend it for everybody. Even if you jump easy, I still recommend it. There's a different type of jump scare here. It's all user error. Like if
Hmm.
you don't look behind your back quickly enough, that's when you
Right.
get that's when you get overrun. So there's a level of control to how scared you can be in this mode.
Fair. Multiplayer.
Multiplayer. Let's get into it.
Multiplayer.
How do you feel, Craig, about the multiplayer?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't.
I've been playing a decent amount of games because I just kind of enjoy the competition of multiplayer, I guess is what it
Mhm.
is.
Right.
Uh Omni Movement really didn't make that big as much of a deal as I thought it would. There's people who's definitely mastered it and it
Yeah.
helps them, but everyone's still doing the same thing. And I do like
Yeah.
that it's different guns. Uh the meat shield portion of things is always a little funny,
Right.
especially if you're trying to troll the heck out of someone, but Call of Duty also is very much like, "Oh, no, we don't condone trolling. Stop saying the P Diddy references and stop doing this
Right.
sort of thing." But the videos are still out there and it's still funny.
Yep.
So, making light of that terrible, terrible situation. We don't condone anything, of course, that he did,
Of course not.
but uh, it is fun to just kind of get over on someone and
Right.
just surprise them with meat shield, and you can talk to each other with proximity chat. It is I do enjoy. I can't say that I enjoy trolling because Call of Duty will just ban me probably. So
I have a question. Did either of you run into a player who was trying to master Omni movement because I've run into maybe one or
Yeah,
two.
I have a
It's
couple people.
pretty
Yeah,
funny. That's
Yeah.
why I've literally been smiling for the past minute to just say this portion, and I hope that you guys, I hope that you guys did because it's actually pretty funny. Like it's very noticeable. Like somebody who's putting in the work.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah,
I just think you get like when you get into a lobby with somebody who has it down and they're like flying around the map and just headshotting everybody, that's when you're like, this is the dumbest game I have ever seen. Like, it makes no sense that he should be able to slide and then dive and turn in the air and land on his back and headshot people, but they figured it out. But when you're not in those lobbies, it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's normally an easy kill too for the
Yeah.
person who still doesn't know it yet, you
Yep.
know. But then
Yep.
they'll have the last laugh. But until that point, I'll take the kills.
True.
yeah. Just yeah. With Omni movement, you have a lot of people who are like know the aim and everything like that. So if you've got a one shot from the shoulders up and they know where they're aiming, it's just
Yep.
you're dead in the snap of a finger. You don't even know what happened to you a lot of the time.
Right.
But I am enjoying the multiplayer. I'm still enjoying the competition, and I guess I kind of also like that it's just different. It's just different. It's not Modern Warfare, I guess
Yep.
is what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
The guns are different. I'm seeing new guns. I'm experimenting with them. I don't just go to my EBR anymore, which is what I used in the past 3 Modern Warfares. So I don't know. I'm enjoying the experimental phase of things.
Sure.
That track that they have playing while you're in lobby too, I love it. I've been humming it.
Yeah. It's always good music in there.
Yeah, you have to put a banger in there because people are
Mhm.
going to spend the most time there.
We now hop on to movies and TV shows where, because of all the games, I haven't watched anything. I am seeing Venom next week,
Ooh,
or
okay.
I will have a Venom recap for next week. But what did you guys watch?
So I watched Transformers 1,
Okay,
and then I watched there's only 3 episodes available, so I watched all 3 episodes of Like a Dragon Yakuza, the TV show that came out on Amazon Prime.
okay, this should be interesting.
Okay, yeah, I need to hear your take on that.
Yep.
So it's spooky season. So my wife and I are primarily watching scary stuff. I did watch a VHS Beyond in terms of new scary stuff this week. So I got a take on that.
All right.
All right, you guys go at it. Chew each other up. Don't whichever one wants to go first.
I don't care.
Uh,
Go ahead.
yeah, how about because you talked about Beyond already, so I'll just add my take.
Yeah.
My wife and I looked at each other after this movie and we asked ourselves, is VHS really coming back? Like to like some type of level of greatness? We loved it.
Yeah.
And when I say loved it, I think that so obviously each VHS has an intertwining story that happens in between the VHS segments. We did not mind this one. We didn't think that you need to force some type of story like they have been. The first VHS, they did a great job with that arcing story. The second one had a nice ending to it in terms of creepiness and gore. So we didn't really care about that particular story. But as far as the segments, minus the last one, we liked each one.
Yeah.
Like a lot for what it was. So what I think this VHS Beyond did is there was a certain level of gore that was noticeable and execution of gore. I know that there's gore in a lot of scary movies, including VHS, but they really kind of hit it here. But there were certain segments that I thought we wouldn't have enjoyed if you were to describe this segment to us that we actually really, really did enjoy. Craig, I forget which one you said did you mention your favorite? You said the one you didn't necessarily love the Justin Long.
No, but
written one.
it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It is hilarious.
I think my favorite was I really enjoyed the skydiving one.
Yes, that was our favorite.
Mhm.
That was our favorite. It was an interesting take. And I don't know if I want to ruin the segments because it's a relatively new movie, but it's essentially just what if you were skydiving while a UFO was deciding to be in the same airspace as you. The aliens in that were well done
Mhm.
also. And where they landed also added a great element. So
Yeah.
that was our favorite. And it was a very good collection of it reminded me of how much you like the first or second collection of segments. And but the last one was meh. Like, I enjoyed it a little bit more. I'm more of the aliens kind of guy though. So, but it's great. I would recommend it, especially if you're the kind of person that hasn't been there have been some good VHSs recently, but they had a string of ones that were not good.
Yeah.
And I think this was well executed. So I recommend it actually to anybody if you have Shutter.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was done very well. Okay, so I'll start with Transformers. Transformers 1. I'll admit when I first saw the trailer for this, my initial reaction was,
Oh my god.
"Oh, uh-oh. You good?"
Washington just won with a Hail Mary.
Ah,
Just in the end zone.
no.
Oh, no way. That's funny.
Oh my god. Wow. Sorry.
You're good. So Transformers 1, yeah, I was not like super excited. I had no intention of seeing this in theaters.
Okay.
I was just gonna wait until it was streaming, just because an animated Transformers movie is just kind of whatever. It's
Right.
done extremely well though. There's a lot of star power in this movie. I thought the story itself was very entertaining. They did a great job, honestly. I don't think it's something that's going to bring in like people who don't care about Transformers, obviously, but it was kind of nice to see like an origin story of Optimus and Bumblebee and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's worth the check out when it's streaming, unless you just really, really want to pay $20 to rent it. I don't think you need to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's like it's gonna be on like Max or Netflix by November. You know
Right.
what I mean? But I would say check it out for sure. And then Like a Dragon. This one's interesting because depending on where you go to read your reviews, like IGN trashed it. They said it was awful.
Yeah.
Couple things you need to know about Like a Dragon. First things first, it's on Amazon Prime. So the first thing you need to do is start it up, hit pause, and change the language to Japanese because the English dubbing on this is atrocious. It
Okay.
is so bad. But if you change it to Japanese with English subtitles, much better. The other thing you have to realize is if you've played the Yakuza games, kind of take the storylines out of your mind because they're not doing the same thing. You have the same characters. They're there. Kiryu's there. They're all there. But they're not following the same story as the first Yakuza. They're kind of doing their own thing. But to be honest, like I'm enjoying it. I think it's like it's funny. It has it's like very cheesy. It's not, like a $100 million TV show, right? This is like a smaller budget, but the entire city is there, right? Like everything you've seen in the game, they do such a great job of putting that city there. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like there's the main central area with the fountain in the middle, right? It's all there. All the characters are there. Honestly, like you could do a lot worse with a video game adaptation into a TV show. So I would say, Craig, for somebody like me and you who have played a lot, you'll probably like it. Just don't watch it in English. Barry, it might be a good gateway into trying
Gateway
the games,
drug?
maybe, I'm not 100% sure or not because they haven't said his name, but there is a one of the characters is a police officer who suspiciously looks like the main character from Judgment. So it's kind of like, to me, I'm like, oh, they're crossing the two. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Yeah, and I like that. I was like, they don't. I have not heard his name yet, so I don't know. But like, I'm like, that sure looks like him, and he's sure smoking a lot of cigarettes. And I'm like, everybody smokes cigarettes in those games. But
Right.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a blast with it. I don't really care what the reviews are. Yeah, just go watch it. 3 episodes are out right now. I don't know how many episodes they're doing, but they did a good job.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Especially if they retain a lot of the same characters and
Yep.
setting, because they built a lot of story and a lot of emotion into that area. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know what you think too. I'm curious if you're just like,
Most
oh my
def.
God, this is terrible or whatever. Barry, you
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
I'd like to, yeah, just because I did hear it was also terrible, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of surprised that you liked it as much as you did.
I do. I think it's done very well.
All right. Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast this week. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you are on a listening platform of choice, please make sure to leave a star review, leave us a rating, give us a thumbs up, recommend us to somebody you think that would like this podcast. If you are on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe, comment below with what you think of the Omni movement on Black Ops, how Metaphor has changed your life, because it's going to change Craig's by the end
Yep.
of this. I can tell his
Yep.
life is going to be
Yeah.
forfeit from this
Yes.
game after it's done.
Yes.
But we appreciate all of the support we get every week. Thank you all for listening. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.
So you.